It was another bad day for the markets amid worsening trade tensions with China, wiping out much of yesterday's gain after the president announced the 90-day pause on tariffs. At a cabinet meeting this afternoon, the president said he was not tracking a fall in the stock market, even as the market declined all around him, with the S&P 500 down more than 3%. Stocks tumbled after the White House clarified that its tariff on all Chinese goods is at least 145%, even higher than previously believed. On Wednesday, Trump pulled back on a series of harsh tariffs, escalating his trade war with China, but lowering many of the tariffs he had just imposed on the rest of the world. As NBC put it, Liberation Day just gave way to Capitulation Day. Or, as the Wall Street Journal put it, he blinked. Trump, indeed, is the only one who blinked, while China, Canada, Mexico, and the European Union did not. Trump is creating an illusion, folks, that he holds all the cards. But the truth is that's increasingly clear. He does not hold that much, if anything at all. But according to the White House, there's really nothing to see here.
Up 2, down 1 is not a bad ratio, or up 10, down 5. And I think, as we have talked about, as we go through the queue and settle with these countries who are going to bring us their best offers, we will end up in a place of great certainty over the next 90 days on tariffs. We had very good inflation numbers today. Oil's down. We had a successful bond market, so I don't see anything unusual today.
I don't know what his definition of unusual is, but okay. Joining me now is CNBC senior analyst Ron Insana, and back with me is MSNBC political analyst and former Republican Congressman Carlos Curbelo of Florida. So here's the deal. The House budget framework that we saw passed today extends the 2017 tax cuts. So that's $3.8 trillion. Additional tax cuts of $1.5 trillion. Increased spending of $521 billion for border, defense, immigration. Spending cuts, mutual agreement, $1.5 trillion. Total cost, $6.9 trillion over 10 years and $38 trillion more from 2035 to 2055. I don't understand what the number, how the math works there, Mr. Insana. Tell me, please, what we got.
I wish I could. I mean, assuming that we're going to cut $1.5 trillion from the federal budget over any period of time. And I don't know if that's a 10-year figure or an immediate figure, but in order to cut $1.5 trillion from the federal budget in the short run, you would be attacking either entitlements, defense spending, or interest on the federal debt, which now tops $1 trillion. So I don't know how you get to those numbers. In any case, even if they cut federal spending, the deficit and the national debt will increase over time. And there are a variety of other proposals that are looped in there for which there is no math. There's one game that's being played in Congress right now where they're essentially saying that the tax cut extensions, because they don't change the baseline assumptions on spending going forward, means that the tax cuts cost nothing or will add nothing to the deficit and debt over time. It's the parliamentarian would have to rule on that, but it's a pretty slick trick to try when we know, in fact, deficits and debt will go up with this particular package of proposals.
Well, that's exactly it. The math still maths, no matter what you say. I mean, Carlos, come on, help me out here. Look, let's just do a comparison, right? Let's go just take a quick snapshot of how stocks have performed since January through this week. There it is. In January, around the 7th of the month, look at where the stocks were. The NASDAQ, right? All of these stocks were Dow Jones today down 7, SPY down 10, NASDAQ down 15%. So the math is the math. And to Ron's point, no matter what you say or how you dress it up, You still got to pay for all of this.
Well, Michael, and the beauty and the painful thing about markets is that they don't lie.
They don't.
They react and they look forward. They react and they predict based on facts, based on evidence. And I know this is a political show, but I think viewers are going to have to start becoming comfortable with this concept of bond yields.
Yes.
And what they mean.
Yes.
Okay, because bond yields.
Ron just tuned into the conversation when you said
and he can explain it.
God bless any politician who acknowledges the bond market's role in the economy and the importance of the signal sending message that comes from interest rates. And the fact that they are going up in an environment when we're facing the possibility of a downturn in the economy tells us a lot about what investors think of these various programs that are being put into place.